again, everyone. Welcome back. It's Man to Man Show, mantomanshow.com with Tim Brown, Vince Bailey. Tim, our resident expert, counseling couples for years and working to just ensure great relationships. And Tim, man, hey, thank God for you, man, because there's a lot of brothers out there. We got some issues.
Right. We do, and we just don't talk about it the way that we should. And it's challenging, troubling for people all over the world trying to figure out this man thing that we deal with every day that oftentimes women don't understand, and sometimes as men we ourselves don't understand what we're dealing with. But we just want to make sure that everyone has a chance to realize that you aren't alone and that there is hope and there are solutions for your challenges that you face every day.
And I know, in your role as a counselor, you deal with a lot of issues, but there are, it's things that pretty much happen over and over and over again, and that's what happens. We think we're the only one who got a bad kid, or the only one who's having money problems or wife issues. It happens over and over again.
Over and over. And and especially when you start talking to people and interacting with friends or people that you may not know, and you start hearing some of the stories that people will tell, and it's like, wow, man, I thought I had it bad.
Right.
It's like, whoa, man, I don't want what you have.
Right,
you keep
right.
that over there.
Right. So that's the premise behind the whole program, ladies and gentlemen, Man to Man Show. And so if you have something that you're dealing with, please feel free, write us. Email is help@mantomanshow.com. You can go to our website, it's mantomanshow.com, and send your question in. You can hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/mantomanshow. And we'll be happy to address any of the issues because we're here to help. And right now we want to help Bobby. And speaking of Facebook, this whole social media thing has just opened up a can of worms for folks all around the country. And whether it's some crazy put yourself on fire challenge but this scenario, all this. But in this case, Bobby is very active. He says he's very active and savvy on the computer. He's, as he's working on his computer, he's on Facebook, and he says his wife has now come in and she has asked him, she wants to have access to his accounts. In fact, not only Facebook, but all of his accounts, his emails accounts. She says, hey, suppose something happened to you, I need the passwords to get in. And Bobby feels like it's almost an infringement on his privacy. Now they're married, but he don't want to give up the passwords. What do you think, Tim? What do you say?
Well, I think once you cross that threshold into marriage, the degree of privacy that you once had, it disappears. Because when you think about, you have to think about the transparency that's required and the commitment that you're making to one another. Not just the woman to the man, but the man also to the woman. And I know my take on it is that, I feel like it's important to be an open book, for both of you. So if there's something that what do you have to hide when you think about it like that?
Well, it may not be hiding, Tim, but the man does. You got to have some level of privacy, and I'm not saying that he shouldn't give her the passwords or have access to the accounts, but everything.
But when you think about the fact that you're trying to hold on, well, why? What's the reason? You have to ask yourself, what's the reason? Why do I feel like it's a problem to let her have it? Is it because she just wants it and you feel like, we're giving up control to her because she asks? Because I feel that I won't ask for anything that I'm not willing to give. So if I want to have access, I feel like that's my right as the husband to be able to, because I'm not trying to hold anything back. And see, and the challenge with that is when you have certain doors that you keep closed and you close your spouse out, then it puts you in a position where there's the potential for unwanted situations to happen because you have your spouse blocked out. So she doesn't have access to those areas, and it makes it easier for you to kind of manipulate situations. It makes it easier for someone to try to reach in, tap you on the shoulder,
poke
pull you to the side.
Give you a poke on the face. What you poking me for,
Right.
Oh, we used to date in the 5th grade all of a sudden. Jumps up in your life. And that seems to be, a phenomenon that is just, I'm sure there are statistics out there, but there are cases where people are actually splitting up totally married couples as a result of what's going on with this social media these days.
It is, and it's sad that that's the case. But, I think there has to be a level of security for both of you. Because, again, if you aren't doing anything wrong or that's questionable, then there really shouldn't be any reason why you have a problem allowing access to your spouse, to anything that you do. And that's just the way that I feel about it. It is what it is. I've committed my life to you. You've committed your life to me, so why should I hold anything back?
So should you then, if someone from your past, and I don't care how many years you've been married, like 26 years, but there are people still, and I'm sure, for my wife, there are people who, back in high school and these kinds of things. I mean, should you friend those people then later on in life? I mean, you guys had a relationship back then. I mean, is that acceptable? And see, in today's social media married world?
With situations like that, some of them come down to your specific relationship that you have.
Right.
And, this is totally different, but, I have a motorcycle, and I've had friends that have asked me about getting a motorcycle, and I've told them that you have to know yourself. Are you able to handle a motorcycle? Because it's something about, have you ever seen that movie Spawn?
Yes.
Yeah, being on some of those crotch rockets, as they call them, it kind of changes your mindset, the way you think and feel when you're riding that thing, having that kind of power. So for someone that's a natural daredevil, just looks for challenges, I wouldn't encourage them to get a motorcycle like that. And the same thing in the relationships. If you are weak when it comes to those types of influences, don't put yourself in a situation that you might cause trouble.
That's right.
And can't get out of and regret it later. So is it worth it?
That's right. So in some cases it may be, very, not even that the word innocent, but people who just, you had a relationship back then, but they just glad to see that you're doing well again. And they probably married and all that. But then there are others who are peeking and sneaking in and and you say liking everything you put out, and all that. It's just a I don't know how to describe the phenomenon. I mean, it's just a part of life now.
Yeah, and it really isn't a one size fits all for that, I don't think, because like you said, they're liking everything you do and say, and I mean, every time you turn around, their picture shows up on your wall. So situations like that,
you get that poke. Poke. What's that mean, man? Don't be poking me, especially with a dude. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, Bobby, we hope we helped you out. Again, Tim, he got to give up the password.
Right. I think so.
He got to give up the password.
I think so.
Now, there was a recent story and where someone, different scenario, but someone had passed away, and in order for them to access their accounts, they needed passwords. So it's probably a good thing if you have your will together, you have that box with instructions for your life and that kind of thing, to put those passwords away, because people don't know all the bank accounts you have and all those kinds of things.
Right, absolutely. And like you said, that's important, because there could be actually something that's vital, to life, to be able to have access to. So it's important to do that. Make sure, and that's where the communication comes in, and making sure that you're sharing with one another all the things that are important. And I mean that open transparency that you need to have, because again, you've committed your life to this person, and they've committed their lives to you. So why not be open, honest, and share whatever it is that you both may need to know about.
Very good. Well, hey, we hope you helped you out, Bobby. We hope you helped everyone out as dealing with this issue, because it is a phenomenon. Listen, if you have something that you would like to discuss, feel free to email us, help@mantomanshow.com, or you can go to our website, mantomanshow.com, or of course on Facebook. We look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for tuning in.
Please subscribe to our channel and share this video so that together we can encourage and inspire a community of strong men. Thank you for watching.